Hello, everybody, and welcome to another daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. I hope everyone is okay today. I see lots of you in the chat already having a good old conflab. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. I was having a little play around with the live stream settings earlier, just trying to get this whole idea of a members-only live chat sorted out to do once a week, and just tinkering with the software and I think I sussed it, but we'll try and work that out tomorrow or the next day and do a proper test run and make sure we are there. Okay. Now let's say some hellos first of all. Somebody's talking about a hole in my head they don't like very much above my left eye. So I think that's that one. I'm not quite sure. Oh, unless it's kind of, I don't know. I'll check that out later. Hello, Alan Edge. Suzanne Baxter, hello to you. Read my one about taxi price from earlier. Yes, I did that. I did that thing on taxis where you heard about the small problem I had the other night trying to get home from my mates, and it was a bit of a cock up completely, but we got there in the end. But you saw what I said. Why is this happening? Mad Spaniel, hello. Alan Edge, hello to you. Andy has had 18 times, 18k views of last night's chat. Well, that sounds like a large number, doesn't it? I'm quite happy about that. Hello, Bridget. Alan Pape, good to see you. Who else we got? Julie Keys, hello. Good to see you as well. And that's wonderful. I've got all my regulars here. Jerry. Jerry again. Trevor, hello, Trevor. Hope you're all right. Good to see you. Barbara, good to see you as well. And many of you turn up time and time and time again, and it's wonderful. It really is wonderful to see you all. Yeah, I had who's this? Jerry Davis. Oh my God, really? I'm glad I'm sitting down because I would fall over with shock. My wife absolutely loves the film Grease. It's one of her all-time favourites. And I'm surprised she doesn't know about this. She will when I go back in the house. I better take the Kleenex because she will be most upset about that. Yes, I don't know what to say about that. My condolences to her family, her fans, her loved ones, and I might have something more to say about that very shortly. 73 years old, that's no age at all, is it? No age at all. You know, Grease, done on a shoestring budget at the time, one of the most memorable movies of all time, and my wife absolutely loves it. In fact, my son was playing one of the tunes out of Grease earlier, and it's yes, very, very sad news indeed to hear that. Very sad. The world is a lesser place right now when talent and a lovely person like that leaves it. So unbelievable. That shocked me. That has very much. Hello, Mum. See you in the chat there. Good to see you. Listen, everybody, if you've just joined us, please can you make sure right from the off that like button gets hit, because that's what drives the algorithm and gets us all going and gets the chat to as many people as possible. So I appreciate that straight away. I did another video as well earlier asking for a favour. Because I showed you these caricatures that were done of me, you know, with the Gabby Cabby, with my grumpy look on my face. And I really liked them. And I wanted another one with me, you know, thumbs up kind of thing outside the window of my cab. And I was overwhelmed by the number of people that said they would help me. So I very much appreciate that. And I'll collate some photos together that I've had taken over time and put them out there. And you can have a little play. We'll see what we can come up with. I've emailed a couple of local suppliers today as well, because Julie Baldwin kindly designed some T-shirt stuff for me, and up until recently, I've not had the chance to bloody well deal with it. So I'm going to get that sorted out as well. There's some cool designs on there. You can see them on my Facebook page. If you haven't done so, go over, give us a like at Andy the Gabby Cabby over there, and you can see all the designs that Julie did. They're great, absolutely great, and I appreciate those completely. Let's see who else we got. Stink Pooter, hello. Anna Perkins, hello. Kim Alliston, good to see you. Julie Baldwin, hello to you. We had a little bit of communication earlier, and I will cover the story very shortly that you gave us. Lorna McKenzie, good to see you. Tony Whitworth, hello to you. What's this about Fishy Rishi? So Fishy Rishi has broken the rules over the last 3 weeks, having association Q&As without Liz for leader being made welcome to attend. This is a sneaky and underhand, also breaks all rules, not just about... I didn't actually realise that, Tony, and to be quite honest, I'm not surprised. Yeah, you know, very much showing it. And as I said in a video the other day, has he blown it? Really? Has he blown it? Alan Payton, hello, Christine Ayres, good to see you. Zena W as well. Cosmic Wartoad, yes, you're all here, that's great. 70, well, we got 80 watching and only 37 likes, Julie says. So come on, folks, let's get that like button smashed. Let's get us up there as quickly as we possibly can. Well, the first story of the day, shall we? Dinghy divers. Yes, absolutely. I think somebody has been listening to my ranting and raving all this time. Maybe the French have decided to tune in and listen to my suggestion about dealing with the dinghy divers, because I saw a news article earlier that made me smile. It was wonderful. They've actually done something quite constructive. Stopped the buggers leaving the beach, disabled their boat and prevented them from leaving. Isn't that wonderful? Yes. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Apparently they did a right number on this thing. Now, it could be a one-off, but it could be more. You know, it could happen again and again. So, yes, here we go. French police foil migrants attempting to cross the English Channel. Get this, by puncturing their boat and destroying their engine. Isn't that marvellous? They've put a stop to it straight away. I mean, yeah, if you have a look at this picture, the police slashed the boat and destroyed the engine by all accounts. There you go. Now, I think that's wonderful news. Now, John Kent has just said, where is he? He's disappeared. I think that was a setup, Andy. It could well be right. You know, look at what we're doing for our money. You know, we're going to stop them. It could be a one-off. It could be a setup. But looking at that, you think, yay. But then 500 more could come over tomorrow. That's the trouble. But it's worth it just for that one moment of joy in our lives. And let's see what they say. Yes, French police have been pictured foiling a migrant crossing to the UK by puncturing their boat and destroying their engine. The intervention from officials took place in Gravelines, a resort between Calais and Dunkirk, on Saturday evening. In several photos, the officers can be seen clearly puncturing the inflatable with a knife and smashing up the boat's outboard motor. As a large group of migrants carrying the boat made a dash for the sea, an unmarked police vehicle is seen racing along the sands. I mean, yeah, look at that. That's a load of dinghy divers ready to jump in. Now, the only thing I would say to all of this is, so there was a camera person there waiting, ready, able and willing to film all this lot, just on the off chance it might happen. Really? Okay. We've not got any of this before, have we? Moments later, police jumped out and stabbed the inflatable with a large knife. before turning their attention on the vessel's outboard motor. I need to get those nautical terms right. The change in tactic has been welcomed by Tony Smith, the former head of UK Border Force, who said he'd been calling for more robust action by French law enforcement officials for some time. This is a good sign that we are now seeing this kind of operational collaboration, he said. I hope very much that the French police will continue to augment the resources of the French beaches and to disable these vessels because they can only be beneficial to us. But that means the French will be stuck with them. Can't have that. Whee! Oh, yes, we can. But Alp Mehmet from Migration Watch said he believed the tactics smacked of desperation. We've gone from drones to stabbing inflatables. I doubt it will have much impact beyond just slowing them down. They'll go back, regroup, and find another vessel. Good point. But when that vessel comes along, you stab that one and all. Despite the success, the total number of people who've crossed the English Channel so far this year passed 18,000 on Sunday, Ministry of Defence figures state. On Saturday, 337 people crossed the Channel in 10 small boats. And as we know, one of them was a kayak. The milestone was broken just 5 days after 696 people were rescued by Border Force and brought to shore on Monday, the busiest day for Channel crossings so far this year. The busiest week for crossings so far in 2022 was the week to April 19th, when 2,076 people made a dangerous journey across the Channel. But it's likely crossings will continue into next week, with the Met Police confirming warm weather and calm conditions. I mean, we've had some good weather again, haven't we? In the south of England, already today, 4 small boats have been intercepted and 164 people brought in by Border Force. And they're back in Dover again because apparently the traffic seems to be okay now. GB News analysis of the latest arrivals reveals that a total of 18,448 Channel migrants have crossed in small boats since the beginning of the year. Yeah, and so it continues. I absolutely love this idea of stopping like that, brute force punch, get rid of the boat, get rid of the motor. They're stranded on the French shores. Then what are they going to do? You do it again and again and again. They turn up and you can intercept them. You destroy the boat again and again and again until they get the point. It ain't going to work. And you stop them leaving the shores. But we'll have to see how that progresses, and I will actually keep an eye on it. I saw earlier as well that Nigel Farage had a bit of a rant and rave on his YouTube channel with regard to the fact that a large majority or a large percentage of these guys are Albanians and not anybody from any war-torn country of any way, shape or form. Says it all, doesn't it? We are being played like a pack of cards. There you go. This is the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, everybody. Good to see you all. If you haven't done so already, give the like button a hit for me. Thank you very much. And we can, get the algorithm talking about this channel and get everything up and running, subscribers and activity and all the rest of it. Thank you very much. Speaking of subscribers, if you haven't done so already and you're new here, please subscribe to Andy the Gabby Cabby. Free to do. We do one of these chats every night. We're going to start doing a once a week members only chat, which I'm trying to iron the kinks out of, and I'm going to try and do a test run on that tomorrow. So that'll be for the members, and there are members in the chat at the moment who will be able to see and participate in that one. It's not replacing this chat. This is just a little extra thing. And please, if you've got social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or anything like that, find me on there too. Give me a like. That'd be cool. Thank you very much. Now let's turn to the chat again and see what people are saying. Give the dingies a prick. Yes, John Harrington, I like that. Mad Spaniel. Now, let's keep an eye on arrivals in Dover over the next week or so. I have a sneaky feeling that's a publicity stunt. You're the second person to say that. And yes, at the end of the day, how were the cameras there conveniently at that point in time? So you might be right. I mean, the sight of a dinghy getting burst on the beach like that, fucking marvellous. What about the pricks in them? Alan Pape says, brilliant. Suzanne Baxter here. Check out YouTube Talk Radio. Phone in from. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Michael May, I see Belfield has been found guilty. He's now a stalker. Yes, Michael May, that's old news. We know the score there. I'm monitoring that every day, and I won't say any more on that until we get to the point of September the 16th when he's sentenced, or if there's any other developments in the meantime. We'll let that one play out. But as far as I know, he said he's coming off of YouTube and sitting behind his wall, his £4 a month, £1 a week wall. So we'll see how things progress. But I'm prepared to comment on that, but not yet, not till a later date. I'm sure you can understand. Lorna McKenzie, good on the French, finally. Dave the Rave, hello to you. Good to see you. Pippa Neal. The French do this every now and again, make you think that they're doing something to justify the millions. I think that as well, because one boat destroyed, whether it's a setup or not, is less than a small prick in the problem. There's that word prick again. Whoops, slappy. But, you know, we've had in the news, well, was it last week? Where Priti Patel was preparing a deal to give the French, I nearly said something else then, millions more of our taxpayers' money to do what? Fuck all. And maybe this was a big show of, look what we can do, stabby, bashy, no dinghy divers in that boat, thank you very much. So it could well be. But the fact this is in the news, it's great. Yeah, Jerry, why now all of a sudden? Very valid point. Very valid point indeed. Hi, Mark, Andy the Gabby Cabby. Mark used Instatoon to do your cartoons. Just send him the pic and he'll do more for you, Andy. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'll try and sort that out tomorrow because I'm at home for a bit. So I'll sit in my cab making some expressions and we'll see how we get on. Rav J, yeah, but we're due to give the French some euros soon. That's right. We just discussed that one. Alan Edge, send the French pitchforks instead of money. That's a bloody good one. I like it. Mark Keane, Zena W, thanks. I've just seen my Twitter account gain an extra follower. So if that is one of you, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Mick Hardstaff, good to see you. They're trying to justify the extra millions that Patel has given them. Yeah, exactly as we've just stated. Could well be, as John said earlier, a big setup. In Britain, the police being sued for criminal damage and made to pay compensation. Cosmic, there's a story that's come out from America, which I'll read about that in a little while as well. Quite a famous case. That's been going on over the last, well, I suppose, couple of years now. Tomorrow's headlines: UN takes the French to court for property damage. I tell you what, that is so ludicrous you couldn't make it up, but you were probably absolutely correct. You know, all these salivating left-leaning lawyers will be jumping for joy because they might make some more money or afford an extra holiday home in the Costa del Sol kind of thing. It'd be right up their street, wouldn't it? Absolutely. But, you know, you read the numbers on a daily basis and it is scary, isn't it? Very scary how often and how much they're coming in and what little we're doing about it. And our own natural resources in terms of manpower, hotels, food, ships, safety equipment, it's all getting completely stretched beyond belief. You know, you have the RNLI going down to Dover where little Johnny could be getting into trouble off the coast of Broadstairs. Need intervention there. Then what happens to him? It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. and it's getting way out of hand. I could be called racist, and all sorts of things like that. No, 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 I'm not. I'm being practical. We need to stop these boats from leaving France, and we need to work. Well, I brought you a video, within the last couple of weeks about the bloody. They know the path these people are taking coming through to this country. So, if you know where they are and what route they're coming, why are they reaching the French beaches? Really? Come on. We're not stupid. We are not stupid. Bridget John Harrington, I know that the dinghies are made in Turkey, so why don't they stop the lorries delivering them? Yeah, exactly. It's a case of disrupting their operation. Well and truly. Hello, M. Perry. Good to see you. Hope you're okay. I still can't believe that about Olivia Newton-John. My wife's going to be absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Maybe issued a French with air rifles upon spotting inflatable dinghies, shoot holes in the things. Yes, well, you need to keep the aim a little bit low below the waterline, don't you? Just in case you end up peppering any dinghy divers while you're taking that approach. It's a bit high risk, but we can do it. And Spaniel Michael May, who's she? Olivia Newton-John was in Greece with John Travolta. A halfway decent singer. You remember Sandy? Oh, Sandy! She was the pretty blonde girl in Greece, which came out in about 1978, didn't it? That's the year I turned up. Ooh. Just some health things. I'm busy with work. We'll be travelling a lot also over next month or so. That's 78. I hope you're okay there. And the comments section keeps jumping around tonight. Can I just have a sound check? Is everybody hearing me okay? Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Just that comment thing I'm a little bit worried about. With all these young Muslim men in our cities and towns, many women are feeling intimidated. British women are now having to dress moderately so to feel safe in their own care. Yeah. It's about respecting the country you're in, isn't it? And the laws and everything, not the other way round. We seem to want to pander to everybody else and forgetting our origins. It's not good at all. There's a guy on YouTube doing vids about the problem at the Channel Tunnel. The problem is even worse there. Dover just distracts from it. Who is that mad spaniel? Let me know and I'll look him up when we're finished. That'd be interesting to see. Michael Lawrence, hello to you. And I noticed you joined the channel membership, so thank you very much for that, for putting you all in with Andy the Gabby Cabby. And a little bit of financial backup. That's very much appreciated. It's only, starts at £1 a month, those things, and keeps me in Coca-Cola. So thank you very much indeed. And hopefully, as I said, we can get those members-only live streams going this week. I'm going to do a little test run in the next day or two, and I might even get Jack in with me so we can chat to a group of you and see how that works out. And I very much look forward to it. Anna Perkins, Dave DeRave, one of the criminal epicenters of Europe. Andy, brilliant, saying, yes, we are being played like a pack of cards. Yes. Or we could say played like an old violin, or played, there's loads of things you could. But pack of cards just come off my top of my head. Steve Foster, it's close to payday. Patel, paying the next quarterly instalment soon. I think you might be right there. Dino Essex, good to see you. Did you get that link I sent you regarding cartoon characters from Photo? If you've sent that in the recent hour or so, no, I haven't. I'll have a check on my tablet when I come off this and get back to you on that. Thank you very much. The Beer Inn. Hi, Andy. I watch you regularly. Thank you very much, The Beer Inn. Thank you for your support, your subscription, and everything you do. Thumbs up to you. I appreciate that very much. Evening, mate. Knifing the boats is all theatre, if you ask me. We'll still get thousands of migrants. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. It's the whole I mean, it's great to see in the news, you know, and they're not going anywhere. But how many other bloody dinghies slip through? And like you said, it's all theatre. And the thing I find sus is they're suddenly there taking a picture right at the right time. You know, oh, bonjour, is that the paparazzi? We intend to sniper a boat at 0930 on this beach. We come see, take photo. You know, you can see the conversation right now, can't you? It's I just said au revoir, merde, right off you. Crazy. Andy, we have a barber's, 6 takeaways and 2 car washes on our high street. Yes, pretty good car washes, aren't they? Full of, yeah, I've got to visit one very soon. Newly elected president of Costa Rica as of today. Any action taken against anyone who does not want to be vaxxed is on action. It's against the law. Countries are coming to their senses slowly but surely. I think we're all starting to wake up to that, aren't we, Tony? Definitely, definitely, definitely. Yes, the Australians had it right, Mark, straight away. You know, fire a shot across the bow, stop them landing. And then what do you got? What do you got? End of problem. And that happened. You know, it drove it down to next to nothing. Michael Castrian, hello, mate. Knife in the dinghies is time to perfection. UPM to be installed. They need to be seen doing something to get more cash. Yes, that's another valid point on that as well. It just shows you, though, doesn't it, what you're all saying and the obviousness of that well-placed photograph. You know, it's how the media try and control the narrative. I think the media are losing the narrative, and it's coming more over to, you know, the likes of this and the likes of other things, because we're sick of the bullshit. We can see it now. We can see it for what it is, and nobody's impressed anymore. Nobody. And I don't think they like it. Mind you, did you see that Piers Morgan made a bit of an achievement? He's got his silver plate thing, you know, the one where you get 100,000 YouTube subscribers. They send you a silver trophy type thing. I think I'm about 70,000 off that yet, but I'm sure I'll get there one day. Yes, so he gets some people on YouTube. And Paul Hoskin had crumpets today. Well, I had crumpets Sunday. I may have crumpets next time too. Yes, more R.I.P. Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I have to make sure my wife knows when we go in and have a watch of Grease. I think woke parents can. Yeah, I heard about this earlier. Woke parents complaining about the use of the name Dick Turpin as being offensive. Tell Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, who have a son called John. Their son has an offensive name. Yeah. Utterly pathetic. Utter woke nonsense. Lefty bollocks, whatever you want to call it. It's happening all over the place. I'll tell you a funny story. My father, his name's Richard. Everybody calls him Dick. And when my younger child first met my father, knowing what a bugger he could be for rude words and stuff, I thought, Dick, yes, he's going to find that quite amusing. So I decided to introduce my father as Richard, and thankfully that name stuck. But yes, I didn't find it offensive. It's just a shortening of Richard, isn't it? But my middle name's Richard. Should we cancel me? Should we, everyone that's Richard, which is Dick for short, us Dicks, should we get cancelled because the lefties want to get rid of us? I think that's a wonderful idea. Could you do me a favour, by the way, with that suggestion? Stick it up your ass. Thank you. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Where are we now? Thank you, dears. For it appears to be right. Okay. Rip it, Andy. John Harrington says. Couldn't believe the news about Olivia Newton-John. I know. I'm shocked. What What's this? The beer in. I've met Alex. He did a Freedom Day event at the Lamley. Seems a decent bloke. I'm also in Nottingham. Do a channel reviewing beers and pubs. All right, I'll check you out. When I go in, I do like a decent drop off, same as the next person. So good to see you here. Yeah, I mean, Alex, well, is a down to earth bloke behind the, the facade, the performance. He is. So we'll have to see what happens come September the 16th. You just don't know. You don't know which way it's going to swing and which way that's going to go. And I don't mind mentioning it if people want to talk about it, but I'm not going too far down that road. I can't. I don't want to. It's just not right. They've done it before, Andy. The Gabby Cabby and two dinghies then stopped. Oh, what you mean, the old stabby, pushy, destroy thing? Mind you, like you said, that was in your private message to me. That was quite funny to see it, wasn't it? Let's see. You got my email address, Andy. Send to that. All right, Mark. Yes, I will. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. If you've got the kit to do it, which I know you have. Out of interest, Andy, are you insulating your garage for the winter, mate? It'd be a little cold. Yes, it would. Well, I've actually got my boiler right up there. Not that it kicks off any heat or anything. I mean, the earth might move, but let's show you where. There's the old boiler there, and then you can see kind of the rest of the garage around that way. See, there's a grand tour of my garage, all kind of tidy-ish. It's not exactly a garage as in a garage sake. It's more of an everything room. But the plan is, Ricky, is to be back in the cab. After all, I am Andy the Gabby Cabby. I just moved in here where it's been hot, and it's certainly kept me going, because when I was out in the vehicle one time doing a live stream, the phone overheated and everything cut off. So that's no good. The other thing I'm looking at doing is perhaps upgrading my phone to like a laptop or something for streaming, because with StreamYard and all the other bits I use, it's very limited on the mobile phone. They take a lot of features out, so I can't share like news articles with you. I can't pull in other things. I could do so much more with these streams, but on the phone, it's legit. I think I can invite guests. I think I can, put certain things in front of you, but there is limits to what I can actually do on the mobile. But I'm currently investigating that one. Definitely. Be joyful. Hello there, just tuned in. Hope everyone is fine. I am fine. Be joyful. I hope you are as well. Smash the thumbs up, folks. Race to 100. We've got to have made it by now, haven't we? We've got nearly 140 watching. And welcome to everybody. If you haven't done so already, like it, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to Andy the Gabby Cabby if you haven't done so. It is free to do. There are channel memberships as well if you wish to support us in that way. It's £1 a month. That's it. And just goes in the old beer fund, really. Just a little extra. And I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your contributions, good, bad, indifferent. And it's wonderful to see everybody in these chats on a daily basis. It really is. And, today as well, we've got slightly higher numbers than usual. So I can tell, we're building the momentum. And I love it. Where are we? Alan. Dave, the Reverend was going nuts about the situation. It will kick off very soon. Is that Simon Sideways you're talking about, Dave? I was trying to have a look at him earlier, and I saw a YouTube video he did with a load of F star, C stars and everything in it. So I get the impression he was spitting his toys out, and I'll go and have a look at that in a little while. Hello, Lorna and Alan. Having another humid, hot day here in Dundas, near Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Yes, it's hot all over again. I mean, you can see the old sweaty on my head. I'm getting a bit of this removed tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be a bit lighter. The captain, we should only offer these illegal immigrants what France and Germany offer them. Yes, free passage over here. Maybe we should send them back. I don't know. It's crazy. I thought LOL meant lots of love. My girlfriend has been laughing at me all this time. Nice Alan Edge, love it. Yeah, there you go. There's a joke there. Lots of love, and she's been laughing her head off at him. Brilliant. I tell you what, Bev Berry, hello to you. I've just seen you in the chat there. Good to see you. Let's just have a look at this. What about all the motorists Jeremy Vine is stalking every day with his GoPro? JB is nothing more than attention seeker. Need to grow up. Yeah, it's double standards, isn't it? With that guy. I mean, how can you drive around bloody London with a GoPro on, grassing up all the, each to their own? I don't want to go down that road anymore. As I said, yes, let's cross the pond to America, shall we, Sleepy Joe? There's been a little bit more concern about Sleepy Joe. He's been at it again. Now, let me see. Let me see. Let's pull up this news story and I'll tell you all about it. Adam, hello to you. Good to see you. See you in there coming in via Facebook. Oh, my good God. What have you done to me, Julie? Yes, I've just received this handiwork before we talk about Sleepy Joe. What do you reckon? Oh, yes, maybe I can't quite get the facial expression there, but this is an effort at cartoonizing me. Shall I make his lips move, maybe, and we can have him there as a stand-in? But yes, I love it. Good effort. I like that. Right, let's get this strange Andy. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have some coming. Well, she did say laugh out loud. But, French police, yes, Joe Biden. Apparently, he appears to forget that he's president of the United States after he walked out of COVID insulation. Insulation. Somebody asked me if I was going to have my garage insulated. I meant isolation. Maybe I'm getting a bit isolated in here. Hang on. What's that? Get a PC or laptop and go the DIY route. Yeah, I reckon you're right, Cosmic. That's got to be done. I'm definitely going to look at that without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, anyway, Sleepy Joe, the 79-year-old, left COVID isolation on Sunday morning. He obviously got tested for the COVID twice, didn't he? Joe Biden made another verbal misstep in a recent address focused on how he would help families curb the spiralling cost of living. The 79-year-old, who was recently recovered from the old kung flu, said, "Now I know most families are focused on putting 3 meals on the table, taking care of their kids and paying their bills. Now he knows that's all we want to do, look after our own. Helping you do that is my job. It's the president's job as well." As well as appearing to forget what his job was, the 46th president also seemed to unexpectedly pause between words, and he said the phrase, "putting 3 meals on the table." Well, 3 meals on the table. US President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden disembark Air Force One, so they're off on their travels again. The Pennsylvania-born US leader has been scrutinized previously for making errors during speeches, but he's pretty good at that, isn't he? Raising questions over his suitability for office. And we've had this long-standing opinion that he is just the stand-in for somebody other than him, haven't we? Roll on 2024 and we'll try and sort out all this shit. Last month, the Commander-in-Chief stated that Glasgow was in England. I bet Jeanette McCranky loved that one. Folks with American leadership back on climate. I was able to bring more world leaders together than we got 100 nations together to agree that at the major conference in Glasgow, England, he said. But to be fair on him, I think, any Americans I have in the chat right now, can you distinguish between Scotland, England? I'm not being funny, it's just a genuine question. Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Can you distinguish between them, or do you just generally club them all under the same? I'd expect you to distinguish among all of them. He corrected himself and said, "I mean Scotland," to change the emissions policy we had. In the same speech, Barack Obama's former vice president said he had cancer. Yes, I remember that one. That's why I and so many damned other people I grew up with have cancer, he said during a speech about emissions from Delaware's oil refineries. And why, for the longest time, Delaware had the highest cancer rate in the nation. Andrew Bates, White House spokesman, was quick to clarify the president's comments, referring to a tweet which said Mr. Biden had non-melanoma skin cancers removed before he actually took office. Mr. Biden's health summary was published in 2021. It reads, "It's well established that President Biden did spend a good deal of time in the sun in his youth." Yes, apparently so. He has had several localized non-melanoma skin cancers removed with MOHS's surgery before he started his presidency. These lesions are completely excised with clear margins. Trump's successor has recently recovered from contracting the Kung flu towards the end of the month, where he tested positive on the 30th of July. And according to a statement, he did not experience symptoms and felt well. Okay, right. It gets him out of the way for a time, doesn't it? Biden tested positive again 9 days later, and then tested negative twice before once again receiving a positive result. And the president has since been out of ISO. Well, we know how shit those things are, don't we? All that testing and all that fucking around, and it's made the whole thing last longer than it actually has done, or it needed to. Absolutely crazy. Well, welcome everybody who's just joined the chat. This is the Daily Chat with Andy, the Gabby Cabby. We're just a general chat tonight. I'm just bringing you a couple of American stories. Hang on a minute. Yes. Okay. We've got a bit of an interruption. Just wait here. Wait here. I wasn't expecting this. You got 5 minutes, because I'm nearly at the end.
Why do I stop the door?
Stop the door from opening.
It's backfired.
Look who we've got. Yes, rest of the muscles, thank you. Oh my God. Yes, look who's crashed the party once again. This is Jack, for those of you that don't know, the new people. Anna Jean's there. Yes, you've got your chewing gum. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Hit the like button.
Hit the like
button. Or else you won't get a cookie.
Otherwise, you won't get a cookie. Subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit the notification
and
bell.
Don't do anything disrespectful. If you subscribe, then unsubscribe. Don't dislike. Don't not hit the notification bell. Oh, and join his group.
And join my group.
And you get to see new lives.
New lives, yes. We're gonna have a look at those. Yes. What else would you like to say?
Oh yeah. I got a Nintendo Switch for my birthday. If you've all seen the live, I showed you. And we got a new game for it today. It's like a Wii Nintendo. And you can hook it on. Me and Daddy have only played like one game of tennis and a game of... What did we play? We played volleyball, didn't we?
Volleyball, yeah. Didn't quite get the hang of that, no.
Do you want to play bowling when you come back in?
Yes, we can do, if that's on there. I do like a game of bowls.
You got bowling. You've got... Oh, there's like this sword game. What is it called? No, no. And then you got volleyball. Let me say them. Volleyball, football, bowling, sword fighting thing, random, tennis, and what else? Wait, football, badminton. Oh yeah, football, badminton. Then you got bowling. Then you got tennis. And you got football. There's one more. What was it? What did I say? I said football.
You had like a lightsaber thing, didn't you? Like a...
All right, let me try again. Football, volleyball, bowling, lightsaber, tennis, badminton. Okay, yeah, I've got 6 games, and you can also do random, and you can play it together. And if you get 2 Nintendo Switches, you can play 3 or 4.
Okay.
Like me and Daddy only just started playing together.
It's amazing how it all comes on a little square like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh wait,
Jack the Gabby kid.
I don't have Mario Kart, but I do have Mario Golf Rush or something, and also I do have Mario Super League Football.
No.
They're both really fun. But I played this weekend more now, and it's so exciting because literally you stand up just doing this like for ages.
Okay. So, anyway, say goodbye to everybody.
Wait, can I say again? I might have forgot.
Go on.
Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell if you want to see, and join this group to see new lives. Andy the Gabby Cabby, Andy the Gabby Cabby Jr. right now.
Yeah, something like that.
And don't disrespect, like I said again, don't unsubscribe if you're subscribed.
You've been
Hit the
told.
notification bell. If you don't, then you won't get a cookie. And don't hit dislike.
Yes. Anyway, time to go. So I'm
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, he says. Yes. Let's let him out, and I'll be right
Bye.
back.
No, I can get myself. All you've got to do is move to stick left and open.
Yeah, and I'll put it back again.
Bye.
Go on, off it.
We're watching. Oh, we're watching like. I'm watching like you and my mum are singing Ruby.
You little gate crasher. Bye. Love you too, Jack. Well, he's watching live here with his mum. How did he come and gate crash me, I wonder? Oh, well. Oh. Yes, thank you for the indulgence there. You got a footy team, Jack, mate. Yes, lots of comments. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was actually going to try and get him on tomorrow, but he decided that he wanted to come and go crash the party today. But who knows? You've got a good kid there, Andy, David Pike. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the kind comments. Andy bars the door. Andy, I'll tell you why I do that. If I sit in here during the day and do videos, I don't know if you ever saw the series Quantum Leap, where Al, the hologram, comes in and the big white ray of light comes up and he walks in. Well, if that door flies open when I'm recording, that's exactly what it looks like. And you wonder whether Al's going to walk in. So I've had to put that in place to stop the goddamn door opening. It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, the last bit of news I come across today, I don't know if anybody's aware of or knows about the story of Gabby Petito from America. She's a young lady that was on a tour in a camper van with her partner at the time, Brian Laundrie. And Gabby was murdered by Brian Laundrie, who later went on to commit suicide by the looks of it in a park somewhere in Florida on his own. Now, in a time before Gabby died, obviously at the hands of him, they were actually pulled over when they were driving in Moab, Utah, by a couple of police officers, and there was a lot of controversy over this at the time. there was a lot of controversy about this at the time as to whether those officers did enough. And it was even, they had to, they were talking about retraining them, even though they spent, a long time trying to get to the bottom of what the argument was about, why she was upset and all the rest of it. And it turns out now that Gabby Petito's family has filed a $50 million lawsuit against the cops who failed to investigate the actual domestic violence case. And they're saying, I'll run through the lawsuit filed by attorneys Joseph and Tara Petito and Nicole and Jim Schmidt is seeking $50 million in damages. And it accuses the Moab Police Department, 3 of its officers and 10 other unnamed defendants of negligent failure into the investigation of an alleged assault between Petito and her fiance, who was later found responsible for her murder. The parents accused all the defendants of wrongful death, claiming that her death was caused by their wrongful acts of neglect. Now, this argument has been going on for a long time. If the police officers that pulled them over in Utah actually arrested one or both of them and pulled them off at the scene, would she still be alive now? We don't know that either way. I've heard the opinion of experienced ex-American police officers on this. She was 22 years old from Long Island, New York, and shocked the entire nation. This happened last fall. And some of my American subscribers who are in the chat now will remember it. And they reckon that she was dead for at least 3 weeks when she was discovered. Brian was the main person of interest in the case when he was found dead a month later in Florida's Carlton Reserve, and he committed suicide and left a note and various confessional bits and pieces about as well. Very, very, very sad case. Where are we? Officer Robbins had seen the couple's van speeding down the highway and swerving over the centre yellow line, prompting him to pull them over. This is one of I think there was 2 officers that dealt with the actual stop, trying to figure out what was going on. He was joined by his superior, as well as 2 park rangers, and spoke to Laundrie and Petito separately. There was body cam footage of all of it, and the lawsuit claims an unreleased photo of Petito from that day shows blood smeared across her face and left eye. The lawsuit claims that Petito showed the classic hallmarks of an abused partner. I think that's been said in, commentary an awful lot as well. Through an independent investigation into the police response, Petito's family found that officers made several mistakes and cannot rule out that Gabby's murder might have been prevented if the officers had handled the situation properly. Well, I've seen the actual footage is there in the public eye to be viewed by everybody, and they spent far longer than they probably needed to talking to both of them, trying to get to the bottom of what was going on. They separated them, gave her a chance to cool off, and tried to smooth things over and dealt with it. They were very, very heavily chastised for what they did, and I'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how it goes. But $50 million, that is an awful amount of money, Anyway, let's spend a couple of minutes having a look through the chat, and let's see how we're doing. If you've not done so already, please hit the like button. If you're here or you've been here for a while and you haven't, please make sure you do. That's great. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to us as well. So here we go. 5 people there altogether, and he also had marks on him. That's right, Christine. He did, didn't he? Was it scratch marks or something like that? That's what my memory's telling me. John Harrington, good night to you. I've just seen. It's 12 months since they did. She didn't want to be away from him, but they separated them for the night. They say she would still be alive, but I'm skeptical about that. She was a YouTube blogger. That's right. I'm skeptical as well, Christine. You know, it might have prevented some initial issue, but, you know, did they just delay the inevitable? Dean Stockwell was also in the A-Team. Yeah, Dean Stockwell guest starred in a lot of stuff, didn't he? Absolute brilliant actor. And another one, rest in peace. I know Peter has done a lot of work on this unfortunate subject, always worth looking at his videos and analysis. Anna Perkins, Christina Booker, if only I had. You can't live life for your daughter and sleep her memory. Got you, cheers. Delete your comment now. If I was you. Okay. Yeah, another comment about Dean Stockwell there. Brilliant. Yes, Alan. Good for good advice from Zena there. Get rid of anything that might give you a problem. You never know who might be watching, who might be trolling around. We try and minimise it the best we can, but you never know. Oh, Gary, the boat wanking dinghy diver, is here. I wonder where he might turn up. Productions, etc. Heartbreaking seeing children digging for cobalt. Yeah, children shouldn't be doing that, should they? The beer in, Andy. Will you do a meetup like Alex did? Well, when I've been around, I've bumped into subscribers individually. I've even spoken to one on the phone, which has been nice. It's been nice to put faces to names and, you know, even have a chat. We'll have to see where that one goes. I don't think a YouTubing taxi driver with 30,000 subscribers is quite at that level yet. But, you know, as I said to my wife, this will go one or two ways. It will either be life-changing or it will be, you know, another string. And I'm hoping, you know, we've got a good momentum going again, where we are going up. And I am very much enjoying what we're doing. So that's something I would like to do at some point in the future. Try and meet up with people, even if it's a group, and you know, keep that one on the back burner. You never know what might happen in the future. But that's great. Really sad. 2 young lives lost. Very sad. Watching. Yeah, it's all about Dean Stockwell and Gabby Petito, the last few comments. Yeah, Stink Pooter Jack's been barred. Usually when I come out here, I get, Daddy, can I come on? Yes or no. But tonight I wasn't expecting him to, because he didn't ask, and he just ran out here and said, Daddy, can I come on? But there you go. Anyway, folks, I'm coming up nearly an hour now. I usually like to run about 40 to 45 minutes with these things. We got a bit carried away, really. Probably with Jack's intervention didn't help. Thank you very much, everybody that's come on this evening and watched and contributed. And we just had a bit of a natter and brought you a couple of news stories, obviously a couple from overseas, which caught my eye. It's always good to stick your oar in with them every now and again and see what's going on. They have as many problems, if not more, than we do. It's very interesting to see the comparisons. Thank you very much, all of the channel members that have been here. Thank you very much for everybody that's contributed in a positive way to the chat this evening. It's good to see all my regulars and some new faces too. As I said, we do one of these every day, apart from one day in the week where I kind of disappear off and do my own thing. And yeah, I'm going to. There's a couple of interesting subjects out of this live stream I want to kind of clip out of it and publish separately for other people to see. who might not necessarily have watched it this evening, so I'll do that. But other than that, tomorrow there'll be some more content and another live in the evening. Also, I'll be doing a test run of the members live stream. And if people don't know what I'm talking about there, if you remember, you will do, because I did a members video on that the other day. It's basically where, we just do a little thing for the members. And I'll be test running that either tomorrow or probably the following day. So enjoy the rest of your evenings, folks, even though there's only a couple of hours left of it. Stay safe, everybody. Keep well. I'll see you tomorrow. Toodaloo.